This is Damon Stevens, and today is Thursday, May 27th, 2021. And this is a stock market update. We have one day left in the week. And just remember, Monday's a U.S. holiday, so the stock market for the U.S. will be closed on next Monday. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, FinWealth Live, and that way we can continue bringing you new content and updates on the stock market, as well as potential trade opportunities, or at least the ones that we're looking at. Again, we are not licensed or financial advisors, and nothing in here is endorsed as far as applications or other services or stocks. So just trade responsibly and be safe. As far as earnings, you can see that we had a lot of earnings today. We talked about this yesterday. I actually talked earlier this week as well. So we had quite a few good ones today: Best Buy, Dollar General, Salesforce, Costco, Gap, HP, Ulta, and Dell, and several others. Ulta, one of the things I did mention is this is one of my favorite stocks in the earnings set time because it always moves a lot. I've been kind of disappointed to see not a lot of stocks moving quite a bit as I'm used to, probably because a lot of them are at all-time highs or close to it. And so they probably already built in their moves in. But Ulta did okay. It did okay. And let me show you the chart. Again, it's after hours. These are after close. And so a lot of times people either don't have the ability to buy after close or they typically stay away from it. I usually do, unless there's a lot of momentum and traders out there. And definitely there was today. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Ulta is the one that I was waiting for all day, and knew that they were going to have good earnings, or at least expected they would. As soon as it was announced, the stock just skyrocketed. So it came up, just to give you an idea, it came up in the 5-minute chart, and it started climbing up and came back down. That was my entry in. Rode it all the way back up here, and then it started to come back down. Took off some of my profits here, took some more up here, and then I stopped out down here as far as the rest of my shares. But wonderful day. What I've been waiting for, I wait for this stock every quarter, just because I know it's going to move. Last time it moved about $45. Didn't quite move that much today. It was about $20. But still, even if you get $10 for the 20, that's a good trade. So I just want to share that with you. This one's always on my list for every quarter, but yeah, it didn't disappoint. Earnings, you can see that we're at 79%, so up 1%. So we have 1684 beats and 461 misses. So again, earnings are still positive. If you look at the market overall, Dow Jones was 0.41, up 0.41%, Nasdaq was down 0.01%, and S&P 500 was up 0.12. So pretty much flat for the most part. And you see on the heat map here, you can see that the big techs were down just slightly, not a whole lot. Financials were up, industrials were up. So Tesla was up, so we'll talk about that one too. That's one I watch every single day. But overall, in the market, you see it was pretty kind of mixed. The highest, one of the highest trade stocks today was VTNR. Did try trading this one. We'll go into the charts, but wasn't my best trade. My best trades were definitely Ulta and Tesla, and so we'll hit that, and AMC. We'll talk about that one as well. So the VTNR, this is the trade. It came down first on the open here. Let's see here. Let me bring it in here. It came down, gave you an opportunity to get in here, rode it up almost $1, and that's pretty much all you got. Came back down, and it's pretty much flat. Tried coming back in again, got stopped out just about 407. So I just stayed out of the trade. I made a little bit of money, and not enough to write home to, but yeah, it was okay. It was pretty much flat. A lot of volume today, lots of volume, a lot more than usual, but not a lot of overall action in the market today. So Um, this PIRS, this one was from the other day. You can see that we had a spike and another spike, and I keep them on my radar for a few days just until they flatten out, just to see if there's some scalping opportunities on it. You can see on intraday chart, it did come back down in to almost down to 325, bounced up to 415 is the high. I got like not even $100 on this one. I got in. I just didn't like it. I wanted to move on, make sure I'm tracking Tesla. So I just got out of this trade in the afternoon, just stopped watching it. But if you got on it, then, the volume was there above normal. So you could have grabbed it and scalped this one. Long-term trade, definitely not one on my radar. That was just a scalping opportunity. The dollar, you can see the dollar sitting there. It's consolidating still in this area. So it's still kind of flat around the $90. Not much more to talk about that. The VIX, surprisingly, came down. It dropped down. So the VIX is running low, and it's moving away from that 5 EMAs. It's coming down. So we're at 1675. That's very bullish for the market. Is it going to keep going down? Could go down to 1538. It's possible. I mean, it's heading down low, but I would expect some type of reaction up the north side if it comes down much lower. Typically, if we get down this low, there's going to be some type of reaction the other direction, but could be wrong. Could be coming down here to this 1538 area, or it could just be sitting flat here in this channel. You can see a lot of movement here for quite some time here, over a month here in this channel right here, and that's kind of where it's at. So it could bounce up and just kind of stay in this area. We could break through, but it's right down at the bottom there. It's headed towards the next breakdown area. So we'll see what happens. The SPY, you can see it's staying in that channel. So the SPY was interesting. I thought for sure it was going to kind of drop through here, possibly, maybe stay in this range, but maybe, attempt to come down to the 5, and it did, and then it did a couple fake outs today. I just noticed I didn't bring an intraday chart up. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this on the fly here. Hopefully this will help us out here. I may not have all the lines on it, but I think it's important to look at this chart here, and I'm going to show you. So you can see here on the open that nice big gap up. Saw this and I thought, okay, well, I guess kind of blows out my chart as far as the bulls are back in play. See, it came up here, ramped up here to 420.72, and then just sold off the rest of the day. Then at the end of the day, you see this big old spike. It tried to go back up to this 420 area, which is kind of where this gap area here, and then it just sold off really fast, and it's down here just below the 200 on the intraday chart. So 419. So what that tells me is that the bulls try to make a quick run to get this thing pumped back up to a new high for the day, and to make it look real bullish, and the sellers just came in and pushed that thing right back down. So that means that obviously they're not ready for the all new highs to come in for the SPY. Also makes me wonder, if we could have some more downside if the sellers are looking at possibly selling off into the holiday weekend or not, or if it just stays flat. Because you can see that we're kind of, I know it's not on the chart here, right here, but I can put this in here. You can see that we have kind of a bit of a channel right here that we're playing in. And so it could be that that's what we stay in. It's just this little channel here, and you can see the 200 down here. It could be that we go up the breakdown candle. I mean, that is a pretty large breakdown candle. So it could be, you can see that we came up and broke all the way down here. So it could be that we trace 50% of this back up tomorrow. Could be that we go all the way back up and possibly, close up on a high. There's only a couple of days left in the month, so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see where the market wants to be. But you see that this S&P 500 has been consolidating quite a bit right in this range, and these are the biggest breakup and breakdown candles we've had so far. So, SPY could be ready to make a move. If it does break down below the 419 level, it could be coming down to this 418 level. If it comes down and for some reason we had a sell-off and it hits 417, watch out below. We could possibly be going to lows again, maybe 408. So just something to keep an eye on. But it'll be an interesting day tomorrow to see how it closes out. I mean, most everybody should be taking time off. Probably computers will be playing more than people in the market. And so we'll see kind of what that means. So just be careful out there, because when the computers are playing, it gets choppy and they can chop you out a lot of your money. So keep those profits safe. Triple Q's flat. So thought it was going to try to see if it'd fill that gap. And it just refuses to fill that, which means it's not ready to break up north. But if it continues to go flat, we could have a pullback here. So we'll just see. It could be just we go flat into the weekend and start next week into a new month and decide where the market wants to close out the month and start a new month. So semiconductors, you can see that it's up a little bit. So we went up a little bit, still kind of consolidating here. So not a lot of movement. So, I mean, we'll see what tomorrow brings, but right now it's pretty flat. IWM, you see you got a little bit gap up here. So we have to just be aware of that. So we got this little gap in here. Let's put that in here just so we can cover that. So you can see they gapped up into this channel right here. So we'll see, you know, does it make a run and start heading up towards the 230 to this high here? Or, you know, does it just consolidate here? Or do we break down and refill this gap in the morning or tomorrow? So we'll see if this gap up fills or if we decide just to head north. But right now it's a very bullish movement. It's over all the moving averages. So we're heading in a bullish momentum right now. So the financials, you can see that, you know, again, it's in this little pattern here. So you can see that it's trying to break up. It's above all the moving averages. If it can break through this 38 level here, we could, you know, start to shoot up towards, you know, 38.60, 38.90, could start heading up north. So we'll see. You can see that it's making an attempt to do that. It's above all the moving averages. So we'll see if it is able to break out and head north, or if it doesn't, it could possibly pull back, you know, and be a failed breakout. So we'll see what happens there. Gold, you know, flat again, staying above the 5. So still looking good. Still in this channel. Not ready to break out of 1900 yet. So we'll see what that does. Silver, same consolidation channel. It's barely above the 5. See if it can maintain that. Looks like it might be trying to break down a little bit, but we'll see if it holds. So it's just kind of consolidating, you know, between, you know, 27, 28. So we'll see what happens here. If it breaks down towards this 20, or if it can break out of this 28 level, it can start to head up towards 28.50. Bitcoin, it's just flat. A lot low volume and just flat. So an indecision here on where it's going and which direction. So we'll see. The more time it burns off, I mean, the last movement was down, so it could possibly go down. Or consolidate and get enough juice to start heading north again. So we'll see what happens there. Not a lot of movement, so not a lot to talk about. Ethereum, same, flat. It's above the 5, but below the 20, the 50, and the 10. If you look at Doge, flat. And it's below the moving averages, except for the 100 and the 200. So not a lot of movement there. Tesla. Really, it's really making a good move. I mean, it's still under the 100 and the 50, but you can see that the 5 is curled up over the 10 and headed up towards the 20, and it closed above the 20. So really good movement for Tesla. So if you got on this one is really giving you good opportunities. Today it was 2 opportunities. So it dipped down in the morning to 616, found support there. Bounced up, went clear up to almost 629. And then it sold off for the day, kind of consolidated, and then it gave you a big run at the end of the day, you know, back almost that same level. So if you stayed in it or you remained a portion in there, you got a nice run at the end of the day again, you know, up to 631. So the high of the day. So Tesla's definitely trying to get back bullish again and to move up, and continues to break through those barriers of support of resistance. So that's good to see. That means we're moving in the right direction. So hopefully you're able to get a piece of that. That's why I watch it every day. It just seems like it gives you at least $10 a day on a run. So that's nice. Disney, you see on the daily chart that, we remain bullish. We're close above, all the moving averages except for the 50, and 50 is about halfway up there. You can see that we are about halfway almost in this breakdown candle. So, can it close up, the full breakdown candle and just below the 50 tomorrow? We'll see. But so far it looks good, above average volume today. So it was a good move for Disney. So that remains on our list. Nvidia broke down. You can see that it broke up into this channel here, going towards the highs, and it broke down, still above all the moving averages. Now that it retraced this breakup candle. So we'll see what it does. My guess is based on what I'm seeing here, it could roll down and come down a little further. We do have a gap down here around 593.70 to be filled. Can it hold and bounce back up? It can, but right now it looks like we had a good movement here, and maybe it's just going to come back. Could retrace half of this position, which will be around 592, 593. AMC, wow. So I put AMC on our list a couple days ago. Said, what, keep an eye on this one, and look for opportunities, because it could very well move up, and it sure did. Today was the day. So great ride, right? From about 19 clear up to, well, the top was around 28, but it pulled back down a little bit. But man, what a great run. So if you had this on your list as well, hopefully you grabbed a piece of this. I didn't get the whole move, and I did not get back in, but wow. When it popped today, if you got in, even if you missed the morning, if you're not already in it, you got in around $23, you can take it up to 29 or 28 and get out. I didn't get the full run here, just this little arch here. Did not get back in here. Could have, it would have been nice, but I didn't. Man, today was a really good payoff days for a few stocks here. Gamestop, I added this one the other day. I told you I was going to add Gamestop, even though I wasn't really tracking it. But I put it on here, and sure enough, it traces along with AMC. But I still think AMC overall was a better trade, at least for me. But you can see that we stayed above this gap and closed above it. So very bullish here. GameStop makes me a little nervous because it has wider movements. So just be careful. Definitely book profits on GameStop and AMC if you haven't already, and see if you can get more out of these. I mean, you have a big up run here. It just depends. Anytime the shorts came in, they drove that price up. So don't know if that's going to remain the case, but yeah. So great trading opportunities today. My watch list is working well. So hopefully that gives you some ideas, some stocks you can track and trade, and if that fits into your portfolio, into your direction. Again, some of these may be long-term trades, but majority of these are short-term or swing trades, or day and intraday trades. So be safe out there. Got a holiday coming up, so don't forget. Market will be closed on Monday for the U.S. and good luck out there. Be safe.